This telethon of comedy. Tornadoes. That's funny. I think tornadoes are like the witness relocation program for white trash. Who's with me? Who's with me? Who's got it? Who needs it? Don Andrews, you're on deck. Don Andrews is on deck. You. And then, coming to stage now, he's the youngest one of us all. He's funny, and his name is Derek Malson.
All right, I've got some old jokes with new twists, so you're not bored. So has anybody ever moved in with a significant other and then realized, man, maybe it's not gonna work out? So I used to live with this girl. I'm trying to be professional here. So I was living with this girl for a couple months, and she came up to me and said, yeah, it's not working out. And so I said, well, why did we even move in together if you were just gonna break up with me after a couple months? She said, well, she thought, living with me would bring us closer together and fix our problems. Yeah, because if I've got cat allergies, I'm going to go out and buy a fucking cat. Better yet, if I've got herpes, I'm going to go out and have sex with somebody who has herpes to get rid of my herpes. But all that's going to do is give me double herpes. Now I got to use double the ointment. You can't get double herpes ointment from a doctor. So you got to get from some weird website like herpesemporium.com. It's like the Costco of the herpes world. And they send it to you in an unmarked brown box, but the whole neighborhood knows what's up. They can see you itching from a mile away. So it's hard to keep relationships together sometimes, And something easy you can do, guys, is just remember the small things, like her birthday or your anniversary, the things that don't really matter. And something you girls can do is show us a boob. Let us touch that boob. Maybe have sex with us on a regular basis. And then you could forget our first name and we wouldn't give a fuck. So I know what you guys are thinking. Thinking I get all the ladies. Except there's a difference between the ladies I get and the ladies attractive men get. See, because I don't like to do manly things like work on a car or fix up a house. I like to go shopping, or maybe gossip a little bit. So I get attractive women, yes, but they all think I'm gay. And I don't have the heart to tell them that I'm not gay, because then they won't let me watch them undress. And it's a double whammy, because I can't even masturbate, because then they'll know what's up. Alright, I'll cross that off. So I've been dating recently, and I make sure every woman that I go on a first date with, I make sure I let her know right away, it's not your fault if I yell at you, but it most definitely is your fault if I hit you. So yeah, I've been dating recently, and I was on a date the other day, and after the date, I'll be honest with you guys, it was getting hot and heavy. And, well, she wasn't heavy, but it was getting hot and heavy. And I brought her back to my house, my parents' house. I brought her back to my parents' house, and I took her up to my room, my sister's old room. And I took her up to my room, and, we were doing the hibbity-dibbity, getting the shit done. And I remembered, last night I cut my toenails, and I don't remember throwing away the toenails. And so I look over to my dresser, and there they are, all 10 of them, sitting on my dresser. And she realized pretty quickly that they were my toenails. And I had a hell of a time after that convincing her that they were not my toenails. And, alright, that joke's going nowhere. Alright, I'll give you guys a choice. You want to hear about my grandpa's penis?
No.
Or... I haven't heard the other choice yet. It might be my grandma's vagina.
No.
Grandpa's penis or porn shop?
Porn chop.
Grandma's penis.
Penis in the porn shop.
Alright, we'll just go Grandpa's penis. So I'm hanging out with my dad one day, and we decided to go visit my grandfather. And we get to his house, and he's sitting on his porch, and he's wearing these really loose-fitting shorts. And we get up to the porch, and his cock and balls are just hanging out the right side of his shorts. And we didn't want to say anything, because it's just embarrassing for us, it's embarrassing for him. And the situation could not get any worse, let's get honest. And so it gets worse, and the city worker comes around the corner, and he walks up to my grandpa and goes, Mr. Malson, we had to shut off your water because we're performing construction. And then he locks eyes with my grandfather's penis. And then he looks at my dad, and he looks at me, and we all formed this silent bond to never talk about this ever again. And that's my time, I'm done.